and probably we'll start then after.
Recording, sir, recording.
Okay, yes, recording, most important. I don't want to miss that. Thank you so much for reminding. Recording is the most important. All right. So, guys, today we are going to discuss about the most important topic, that is the HA, right? So we'll discuss step by step what is the HA in a FortiGate firewall. So there are a variety of the HA. One is the HA active passive and another is active active. So we'll try to understand step by step what is the HA active passive first, and also we'll try to understand what is the HA active as well. So you see in this lab topology, we have two firewall. The first firewall is like FortiGate 1. Another firewall is the FortiGate 2. And we have two LAN like segment. One is under the trust, you can think. One is a DMZ, you can think. And both have the connectivity of the both of the firewalls. So you can see these also connected with the both of the firewall. And they are going to the internet. So how this HA is going to work and what is the key concept, we just have to understand. So this is not something a new concept like HA that is known as a high ability. You must be learn in the CCNP, uh, not CCNA, but CCNP must be learn about that. The protocol that is known as the HSRP, the VRRP, and that GLBP. These are the family, means they are the like belong to the family of FHRP, that is known as the first hop redundancy protocol. So what is the first hop redundancy protocol? So the first hop redundancy protocol, like suppose I have the PC and this PC have the gateway address. So this gateway should be redundant, not like if my gateway is unreachable, then I can't go on the internet. Just think about this PC is connected with this two device as a LAN infrastructure. Let's suppose I put the .2 IP here and .3 IP here. So I can either give the gateway address .2 or might be .3. So what is the problem in giving this .2 and .3 here? So the problem is if this firewall is going to be down, this link goes into down, your gateway is going to be unreachable because this .2 is statically configured on this particular interface and this cannot be moved to the another interface. This is the problem. So by referring this problem, you cannot even think about right how my traffic is going to be processed. So to resolve this problem, we come with the virtual IP address, and that is known as a VIP IP address. And I'm not going to put the gateway as a 2. I'm not going to put gateway as a 3. I'll just use one of the VIP IP address. And this could be might be the .1 IP address from the same subnet. So this IP address is also going to be primarily associated with this, and also it is going to be flowed or might be the change from this firewall to another firewall as well. So this is also going to be like shift from one firewall to another firewall, and then your like system is going to be understand now I have to send the packet to the secondary firewall by using the GRP, that is known as the gracious ARP, right? So there is a ARP concept, there is a gracious ARP concept, and there's a reverse ARP concept. It's like quite confusing, but they use the concept of GRP. That means the firewall itself is going to announce to this particular LAN segment, I am the owner of this particular VIP IP address, and this is the MAC IP of this particular IP address. So basically, you can simply go and just use the like communication from that particular IP addressing. Okay, just give me 1 minute, guy. Just give me 1 second. Okay. So now this is the basic concept of the HSRP, VRRP, and GLBP. But by using this concept, we are using the first hop redundancy protocol, means we are just giving the gateway level redundancy. But what is the HA then? So HA is basically similar kind of the concept. Let's suppose I'm sitting in this particular LAN network, I'm sitting in this particular LAN network, and I want to go on the internet. So I can go via this link, but if this firewall is going to be down, what is going to be happen? If this link is going to be down, how it is going to happen? If the LAN is going to be down, then what is going to be happen? So I should have some backup path, backup link to go to destination. So this is the HA concept, right? So high availability means in your one location, one site, you have to use two pair of the firewall, means one pair of the firewall, not two pair of firewall. And they are going to work as a HA cluster. And one firewall is going to act as an active firewall, and one firewall is going to act as a passive firewall, because HA have two flavor. One is the active, passive, and another is the active and active. So we'll discuss what is active, and what is difference between the active and passive, but just focus about the active passive first. And then in the next lecture, we'll discuss about the active as well. So in this particular situation, what is going to happen? Always your traffic is going to be processed via the one firewall, which is the active. And your standby, or might be the your passive firewall, basically going to just in a passive state or standby state, and this is not going to be forward the traffic until this firewall have the problem. If this firewall goes down, then your traffic is going to be there, and this is going to be become active. Even you have the link monitoring concept as well. If this link is going down, this link goes down, still my firewall is going to be shifted here. So they use the concept like the preemption, and but this is not a preemption we called in the FortiGate. We known as the override rule. So override you just have to configure, and that based on the override, they are going to just change the role. And once my firewall is going to be become again active, this is going to take a role as a primary, and this will become again a secondary if you have the preemption or override configured. So I'll show you how it is going to happen. So this is a key concept, and we just have to do that step-by-step configuration, how it is going to be happen. So let me just go and little bit explain more about it, how the configuration is going to happen, and what is the step-by-step approach is going to be look like. So if I just go and do some little bit configuration of this HA, then you guys see that how it is going to happen. So first thing, if I go and configure the HA, initially this firewall have the different management IP address, right? Right now they are in the different management IP address. But once I'll go and make the active passive configuration, they all are going to access via the same management IP address. So I'll show you how it is going to happen. So first, let me just enable first firewall configuration. I'll just make sure they have the internet access from this PC to the internet. And then after we'll just convert these two links in HA, and then we'll see how it is going to be make the HA cluster. So let me go on this particular PC first. So let me try again. Oh, this PC is not working. So let me.
Sir, HA cluster, it means group of both firewall, right?
Yes. You can.
That is called HA cluster. Cluster
Yes.
is not is technical and any kind of.
No, it's just you can just think about the HA means there are two firewall is going to part of the same group.
That is called cluster.
Yes. You can just say cluster. So you can just put the admin, no password, and change the password. I'll put it here. And you see, show system interface, you're going to get this IP address 88. So let me log in this firewall. 88. So I'll put here admin. This firewall is going to be login. And let me just do that. Name is like I can put this FG primary firewall. I just put the name. You can put any name. So I can put this primary firewall. And I'll click OK. So this is going to be logged in. So you guys see this firewall is okay. Let me put it here. So I'll go here and I'll minimize this. So it look nice. So now I'll go another firewall. I'll check that this firewall as well. What is the status? So I'll just go and do that. No password. I'll just change the password. And if I just run the show system interface, this is the 89. So I'll just go and just log in that 89 firewall. So I'll just log in admin. Okay. So I'll just make sure this is going to be this way. So it looks nice. Okay, let me log into this PC as well. Let me see if it is okay. Yeah. So I'll just put the like password, that is 123. You may configure this PC as well if you want. Let me check that. You can just put the password 123. So here I'll just go and make sure we should configure the IP address. So I will go here and configure the IP address. So let me just do that. And I'll go into properties. And I'll go here, I'll just go and I will configure the IP address, this 192.168.10.10. So I will just do that. 192.168.10.10. Let me put it correct IP. And this would be this, and default gateway. This should be the 192.168.10.1. And I'll put the DNS as well because we have to give the real internet access as well. Simply, I have done this. This has been done. Okay. If you want to set some resolution, you can just simply go and select the screen resolution. You can just change a little bit resolution. So it is going to look like nice to you. So keep my changes, done. So this PC have the IP address. You can just verify quickly what is the IP address of this PC. So IP config, this is IP address. Now I'll configure, or let me configure this window as well. Quickly, it will take 1 minute. So let me close this. Let me try to again log it. Okay, restart later. I'll simply go here, properties, adapter. I will just go in property. And I'll just go and use that 172.16.10.10. And here is my subnet mask. And this is my gateway 172.16.10.1. And I'll put again, this is my DNS. This is going to be there. Okay. Okay. I'll just make the resolution also nice for this one as well. So this is going to be look like good. Keep changes. Okay. So now both PC assign the IP address. This switch doesn't require any communication, means any configuration. They are going to stay in the VLAN 1, all the ports. So no configuration is going to require. Now let me go and configure a single firewall to just make sure this PC have the internet access. So what we can do that? First, we have to go in the internet and you just have to assign the IP address. So already WAN port acting as a management and they have the IP address, and what IP address they are getting, it is getting 88 IP address. So that's fine. There is no problem with the WAN interface. We are good. Now let's talk about that is the port 2 and port 3. So let me just go and configure the port 2. So port 2, I'll go that, and this is going to be IP address 192.168.10.1/24. This is IP address. I'll just enable some management services like ping if I want to do that. And I don't want to enable DSCP and all. So that's all. I'll just done the configuration. You can see this has been done. Now I'll go on the port 3 should be this one. I make the wrong configuration. Port should be 2, should be the 172. Let me change it. Okay, so this is the port 2. Port 3 should be 192 because we have this configuration. Okay, so let me go here, ping allow, and I'll just change that configuration here. 192.168.10.1/24. This is also done. And I'll just click it. So this has been done. Now let me verify, is the connectivity is there to the gateway. This is the first thing. So let me check it. 10.1. So this is reachable. So I'm able to reach from this PC to the gateway. Let me check from this PC. Is it reachable to gateway or not? Should be, because we done the configuration of the PC and switch are going to stay in the default VLAN. So there would be no any issue. So it is also reachable. But this PC doesn't have the internet connectivity. If I just try to ping 1.1.1 or google.com, they are not going to reach because we don't have the policy and the routing in the firewall to go on the internet. So how it is going to happen? First, let me enable the routing and the policy. So let me change the firewall from the profile mode to the policy mode, because we know that the concept, most of the case you are going to do this configuration always in the policy mode. So just follow the best practice. So I'll just change the firewall mode as the policy and apply the configuration, and this has been done. Okay. So once you've done, you can validate your configuration of the interfaces should be remain same. It should not going to be changed. but policy, if we have anything, that must be changed. So I have to create first routing. So how can I create the routing? I will go in the network. I'll just define the static route here. So there's no static routes. I'll just simply create the anything you want to go. Just go on the internet. That is my gateway router, and the interface would be 1. So this is my default route is going to be created. The routing is always going to be required. Now, after routing, you require the policy, security policy, and the NAT policy. Security policy, I'll go here and create the security policy, and I'll make sure LAN to WAN policy, right? And in this LAN to WAN policy, what I'll do that my incoming interface should be port 2, right? But here I just want to add these 2 ports, right? 2 and 3, but I'm unable to do that. So if I use the zone, right, then I can merge these 2 ports together and then I can call them together. Nasad, you understand? You asking the zone in last class, right? So I try to explain, but you see, there's a real.
Yes, sir.
If I'm trying to do that, I'm not able to do that. But if I'll go here and create one zone, let me do that. So if I go here and create a zone, and I just create the LAN zone, and I just add the member interface, that is a port 2 and port 3. Okay, that has been created. So by using that zone, I can go and create the policy in one go instead of going to create 2 policy. So I'll go here and I put the LAN to WAN policy. So this is going to be there, and my interfaces are going to see now both interfaces have been called in the LAN zone. So this is the benefits of the zone. So I'll just use the WAN port is the port 1. Source, I can create the source addresses from here if I want, or I can use the all for time being. I don't want to create. I don't want to waste my time. So I'll just simply use the, wait. I will just go in all, and destination definitely I'll allow to all. Services application, I'm not going to do anything except nothing is going to require. So policy has been created now, but NAT is still not there. So if you're just going to ping, still it is not going to work for you. So now we just have to get the NAT. So how can NAT created? We just go in central NAT now, and we get a single NAT. So incoming interface, we'll just use the zone. Both of the interfaces are going to part. Outgoing interface, we are going to use this one. Source address, definitely I can add that. Let me create the address group, right? This is the trust one, trust zone or trust LAN. I can just put the, I just put the 172.16.10.0/24. Interface should be your, because leave it any, because we already created the zone, so it is not showing. So if you want to change the color, you can change it. Okay. So this can be call again, you create like another address for the DMG LAN. So you can go here and just give the IP 192.168.10.0/24. You want to change any kind of the color, you can do that. You can click it. So this is going to be done. So this is also, sorry, let me remove this one. Destination address, definitely destination address should be all. Internet could be any destination. I want to use the NAT, and I just want to use the PAT for the outgoing interface. I don't want to use dynamic and all, because you guys already have the knowledge about what is the PAT, overload, fixed port, and other things as well. So I'll just use this one and I'll click OK. So my NAT has been also done. So if I go on this particular PC, try to again Google. So let me see, should be workable. So security policy is there. Let me try to ping gateways there. No problem. Let me try to ping this one. This is not working. So this policy is enabled, right? No issue. And central NAT we created already. This should be also fine. Outgoing interface this, LAN interface this. Destination is also good, no problem. Policy enable. Network routing. Let me check the routing. So we have the static route. that is there. And if I'm going a dashboard and network, let me check the routing as well. So here we have the static route as well. Should be fine. Let me check what is this one. This is the cloud 0. Let me ping the firewall one. Let me do execute ping 1.1.1. So we have the reachability. There is no problem. Let me ping google.com. So this is also reachable. So there is connectivity wise all good. But why this PC is not reachable? Let me try one more time. Should be reachable. Let me try something else. Should work, right? Security policy. Let me use the. Let me go do one thing. John should not create an issue, but I just wanted to make sure. Let me go and remove this particular, delete this references. So this has been done. And if I just go and okay, still we have one reference. Let me just delete that also. So let me delete it. This has been done. Let me delete it. Should be not a problem, but let me just try to again check it if it is creating a problem or not. So I'll create another rule this time and LAN to WAN policy. I'll just copy incoming interface. I will use like port 2. Or let me use a port 3 first. Okay, then I'll just go and outgoing. This is the port 1. Source address, let me make all for time being, destination all. Make sure I'm not doing any mistakes here. Okay, central NAT, let me go again here. Create this time incoming interface. I just want to make port 2, outgoing sorry. Yeah, let me add port 3 as well. So port 3 to port 1, source should be the any, destination should be the any. Let me put this one. NAT, I just want to use the outgoing interface. Okay. Let me try one more time. Okay. Let me restart the firewall. I believe there are some misbehaving happening with the firewall. Let me just restart it. Okay. Because everything is fine, should work. I don't know why it's misbehaving right now. Let me check. I just restarted the firewall. I'll check it again. So configuration wise, we don't have any issue. I'm just thinking this firewall is doing some misbehave. Else it's a pretty straightforward configuration. So you see still okay, the port is not getting IP address. Let me check again. Okay, so 190 it has been received the IP address. Let me try to log in. This should be the 190. So sorry, 90 only. So let me try again. Okay. Okay. Let me check if it is working now. No, right? It's still not working. IP config 192.168.10.10 and we are reachable to this 10.1 as well. Let me just change the IP as a static instead of DHCP. Let me see if it is creating one problem. I don't think should be a problem, but let me try one more time. So this is the port. Let me just go and make this is the manual, okay? And let me try. It's enable, enable, enable. Everything is good. Okay. Okay, no problem. Let me try again. So gateway is reachable. Come on. Let me check the routings. I hope routing is fine. 192.168. 0.0. This is okay. There's no problem at all. And policy is also fine. Very straightforward. Port 3 to port 1, right? So this is also good. If traffic coming from the port 3 to port 1 should be translated without any issue. Okay. Central NAT we are doing here. And we are here NAT that is going to come. Let me use any dynamic pool here. Create any entry. Overload. I'll just use the IP address 192.168.1. I'll use 105 to 192.168.1.108. Let me see if it is going to work. NAT. Let me take again. Oh, I don't know why it's not translating the interface IP address. Very strange. So I change it and see it is getting translated on the overload, but somehow it is not translating on the internet. But now it's not paying into Google. Why? Google should be also reachable, right? DNS we already configured. Let me check it again. Ping 8.8.8.8. Really some strange happening here. Let me check it again. 192.168. Let me use the DNS as a backup. Oh, why this kind of the behavior this is showing today? Let me check it again. Not working, but 1.1 also stop pinging.
Sir, can you check gateway ping or not? Because in PC side showing third octet is 10.
Yeah, pinging gateway, see? 10.
Okay.
Gateway reachable. And we just ping 1.1 as well, right? Right now.
Yeah.
We just ping few minutes back, right? But it's still, it is not working. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me try to change, make that, in the, let me go in the setting. Strange behavior. Let me change the profile mode to the basic mode, right? And let me just act as a normal firewall instead of advanced firewall. So now let me go in the policy. There is no policy. So I will do here in the policy, LAN to WAN policy. If this is also going to create a problem, then I'll replace the firewall. No other choice I have, because simply incoming interface this one and outgoing interface this one. So should be, let me make the all, right? Services, I'll make the all flow base. I'll use the dynamic interface right now. Means I'll do the pat simply on the outgoing interface, whatever I have. And NAT already enable and security policy also enable, and routing already we created here, static route, right? So let me check again. So let me go here and try to check gateway is reachable. It's okay. Yeah, it's pinging now. Let me ping to the google.com. It's all start working. So might be there is some issue with this particular mode only, right? Due to the, VM, it is getting some problem, but configuration wise, everything is fine. There's no problem. So now we are good. We have the reachability. Let me add one more rule here to just make sure this PC also have the internet access, this one. So let me create one more rule here. So I'll go in the security policy, again, firewall policy. And simply I can just, if I want to, let me create or don't want to clone, but if you want to clone it, you just have to create here, copy, and you can even paste it here. You just click it here again and paste. It is going to add above and below. Let me put it up below. And this policy, I'll put the name as a, again, LAN to WAN policy. I'll put the different name. This time this port would be the port 2 and everything is going to remain same, and click OK. So I'll go again on this particular PC, window PC, and try to ping the 1.1.1. Should be reachable. Come on. Okay, this policy is still disabled. Okay, let me enable it. We created the policy, so this policy disable stage. That's why it's not working. Let me check it again. So see, it is also start working. So all good, right? So I'll ping the Google as well. So we just have the basic internet connectivity. Now let's talk about the HA, how HA is going to be configured. So doing HA is I didn't do any configuration on this firewall. Okay. I haven't done a single configuration, but I'll do some HA configuration. We'll see how it is going to work. So first thing, if you go to configure the HA, you just have to go in the system, and here's the HA configuration. You have to go in the system and you have to go in the HA configuration. You just click in the HA, you're going to find the mode. The current mode of the firewall is the standalone mode. So you just have to convert is the active passive, not active active. So I'll go and convert the firewall as the mode as the active passive. Once you click, it is going to ask the device priority. So higher is going to become a active firewall and lower is going to become a passive firewall. So you just have to very, sure which is my active firewall and what is my passive firewall, right? So I'm just going to use this firewall as active. So I'll just put the device priority like 150. You can take any number, and another firewall I'll take as a lower number. Okay. This is the one thing. Now it is asking the group name. So both of the firewalls should have the same group name. It should not be a change group name. If you're going to change the group name, it is not going to work. So you can take any group. So I'll just take a group like the HA, or I can just put this one, Gwinnett HA. This is my group name. Okay, so you can just put this the same group name in another firewall as well. Exactly same. So I'll copy it. You just have to also put the password. So password, you can just put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Till 7, we have the password. Now we have the interface and session pickup. So what is the session pickup? What is the interface? If you want to learn about bit more about it, just click on here and you just go here, the online tutorial, you're going to find a lot of things. Let me explain. What is a session pickup? Session pickup means if I just enable that, means session is going to be shared to your peer firewall as well, right? So just go here and you just go a little bit down and you want to read it. So I don't think so. Administrations. It is not showing high ability. Okay, leave it. It is not showing. So let me explain it here only. So session pickup is something you just have to configure session pickup. That means your secondary firewall is also going to get the session information from primary to secondary. So both have the same session information simultaneously. It is going to be available. Monitor interface means if I'm not going to monitor interface, let's suppose this is my firewall and this firewall is up, but this interface is going down. So still your traffic is going to hit this firewall and your failover is not going to be happen. So this is again a problem, right? So you have to make sure you also monitor the critical interfaces. Let's suppose this is my WAN interface. If your interface is also going down, in case my firewall is up, again my failover is going to be happen. So this is my monitor interface. So that's why I just enable monitoring. Could be the LAN, could be the WAN, or could be the all interfaces. Any of this is going to down, it is going to trigger the failover. So let me monitor the WAN for time being. WAN is a more critical and the most important heartbeat. So we have the two interfaces. One is acting going to the primary, one is secondary for the HA. So HA status is going to be checked whether I'm alive or dead. So hello and heartbeat is going to be exchanged via these two links. So these are going to act as my heartbeat link. So I'll just act as the which all port we have. Port 4 and port 5. Simply I'll go here, port 4 and port 5. I'll just go and just configure the heartbeat interface. This is just layer 2 interface, flat layer 2 interface. You don't have to do any other configuration. Now, if you want to give the heartbeat priority, means one interface is always going to take as the higher priority. Every heartbeat exchange is going to be happen in the one link. But if you want to do the some kind of the like load balancing, you can do that also. But I can just put the one as the 5 to the maximum and one could be the 0. So if this is going to be down, this is going to take a role. If I want to make 50-50, then both are going to be active at the same time. So you can do that also as well. And also we have the management interface reservation. So, guys, there is three things you have to remember. One is the when you're just going to make HA cluster. So your device priority, your group name and management interface reservation, whatever you're going to do that. Let's suppose by default, you have some kind of let me show you here. We have something. Management interface reservation. Why this is not showing the documentations today? Let me share. High ability. Wait, guys. So this is the management interface reservation. Let me check it if next slide is showing. No. Failover, HA override. Yeah, we have something synchronized connection policy, HA cluster. Link fail we discuss about, right? Memory utilizations. Leave it. So what is the management? I just wanted to show the documentation, but it is not. So management interface reservation, if any HA cluster you are going to build, right? So they are going to by default use uniqueness to make a cluster, that is the device priority, and one is the group name. That cannot be changed. Or third one is your means the device name. What is device name? We just make the primary as a device name. Means whatever the firewall device name, that should be also unique. Similarly, if you want to use the management reservation, means you want to change the default management interface, which is my WAN interface, to another interface. That is also possible. So if you want to change, you can do that to just more giving the identification of your firewall. That is also possible. By default, it is going to take a management, whatever your WAN interface port 1 is configured. But if you want to change, you can change it. This is also possible. So we are not going to enable it. Heartbeat unicast, that means you are going to enable, then you just have to send always heartbeat to your peer, whatever the IP you are going to define it. That also I'm not going to use here. So that's only configuration I have. I just have to done. Once I do the configuration, I have not done any configuration on the secondary firewall. See, so this is my secondary firewall. There is no any configuration. But the moment I will do this configuration and I go in this secondary firewall, also enable the HA configuration, automatic all configuration is going to be sync. So you can see there is a only connected route is showing. There is no policy. It is available here. So there is no policy also available. So I'll just go and make OK. So this firewall has been configured in a HA. Just wait for a while. And you can see this is the firewall, primary firewall. So just wait for a while. Okay, see, so this is just showing some, you can see some information also, you can see some I button also created for this particular, why I button means you can see I sign is showing here. That means they are just monitoring your WAN interface. This heartbeat is just showing, means these two are the monitoring or heartbeats of the interface. So this is what they are showing, and it is also showing some kind of session has been created. But if we want to see the HA cluster, that is also not available right now. So let me open the CLI as well, and I'll go here. And after going in secondary firewall, what I'll do the first thing, I will just go in the system administrations settings. I'll go here, and if I want to change the host name, so I'll just change the host name. This is as a unique host name. This is FG secondary firewall. Okay, this is my host name. You want to change the theme as well, you can change the theme. Right now this is the blue theme, so you want to change some other theme also, so you can change, like I want to change like this one, or might be, let me check the themes, this one, whatever themes you like. This one, let me change the theme as well. So this is my secondary file, this one having this theme, and this one having the blue themes. So now what I'm going to do, that I'm not going to do any other configuration. Simply I'll go in the HA, and I'll make this as a active passive, and I'll just make sure this is my firewall which have the lower priority. I'll make the 100 as a priority, and I'll put the group name as the same. What was the group name? Let me check it here. So this was my, let me check. Okay, this was the Coinet dash HA. Password definitely I have to change. And this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And monitor interface, definitely I need to monitor my WAN interface. Heartbeat, definitely it is going to be again 4 and 5, the same thing. Priority you want to change, you can do that. Management resolution, I'm not going to do that. I'll just click OK. The moment I'll click OK, just wait for a while. You're going to see some kind of session is going to be happen here also. You just wait for here as well. It's just going to sync. So it is just going to synchronize. All firewall configuration is going to be in sync once HA is going to be activated. So see, secondary firewall is there, and this is the primary. So this is trying something. Let me see here. It is not happening anything. This is also CLI. So wait for a while. Definitely something is going to be happen after a while, and then your firewall is going to be in sync state. So it will take a little bit time. So we just have to wait. No other choice we have. So this is the HA we configured here, and this firewall is trying. See, so this is just trying to attempt to reconnect, because right now what is happening, once it is going to convert into the HA, this firewall management IP is also going to be changed. Right now it's a 90, so it is just going to log in via the single IP address. So now the 89 IP is no longer required, because we both firewall having the same IP address. So it is never going to be reconnect again. So if you go here, you see this firewall is configured, and this is going to become the HA cluster. So you just refresh here. So it is going to show something. Your cluster is going to be created anyhow. Let me show you here. So see, this is the name of the firewall. Admin, show system interface. Sorry. So this is showing as a 91 IP address. Let me try to log in it. Why it is showing a 91? 1991. It is rebooted. So take the new IP address. Let me see what is happening in the HA. So I will go here and I'll check it. And let me go in the system. And see, this is showing the synchronized and this is secondary firewall, right? So role is primary. No, this is not good. Let me check the interfaces configuration. So config is not synchronized. We did any mistake? I don't think we did any mistake. Let me check it. HA here. So active passive, it's fine. Definitely we done it. So active passive device priority, device with the highest priority more likely to be active primary. That's fine. Okay, so this is my primary firewall and this is my, let me put very HAG, right? And password, let me just match 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the port session pickup. I'll click OK. Okay. Let me go here again and try to log in again here. So it will take a little bit time, but somehow let me correct the password again, everything. I will be firewall is rebooted now. So it take a little bit time to just do that, HA configuration. So we just have to wait a little bit. No choice we have. So let me see if it is login. No, still no. So I'll just correct the group and the password, and then we'll see that what is happening here. Oh my God, it's not responding. Okay. So the 91. Okay, let me log in to again 91. 91. I logged in. Click OK. I'll go in the system. I'll go in the HA. And I'll just go here and I'll just put that HAG. HAG. This was same, I believe, right? Let me check it here again. HAG and password. Password, I'll just change it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This all same, right? I'll click OK. Just wait. It is going to be synchronized very soon. Okay, it will take a little bit time and then it is going to 100% synchronize.
Sir, तो port priority, heartbeat interface port priority, both side need to configure as it is, only for active side firewall need to configuration port priority.
You just do the both side same configuration, right? This is recommended. You just do the both side same configuration. It doesn't matter for you, but you just do the both side configuration, whatever the like link you want to make as the primary. Means it is like from the one firewall point of view, you want to make one interface as the first priority, then you can do that. Another firewall is going to send heartbeat to higher priority, which have the another link or same link. It could be. So it is recommended to do the both side. Means
Okay.
if you want to send, then there is two option. I can go with the port 3 or port 4, right? If I
Okay.
want to send, I have a two option. I can go by the port 3 and port 4. So whatever the priority I have, I can just do and check that.
Okay. Okay. Means according to this scenario, port 4 is the will be active.
Right, right, right,
So both side same configuration and number of priority also same.
right. So see here, we are start saying security fabric. You can see here HG fabric firewall, and let me see here HA status. So let me add here HA status. We have anything? Yeah. So let me add it here. Add the widgets. Probably we'll see something in HA status. So here is a secondary firewall. See it's showing a red, it's still not synchronized. So active firewall, secondary firewall not synchronized. But after a while, it is going to be synchronized very soon. Let me put upper side. So just put it here. So we'll see after some time, it is going to be synchronized and then they're going to form a HA. So wait for a while. Let me see it is showing or not. So once it is going to be fully synchronized, then it is going to be fully HA. Wait. You can see here also, it's a HA primary. Not synchronized, view system. See, so the firewall is available here, means HA has been configured, but it is not synchronizing. So it will take a little bit time and it will finally going to be synchronized. You just have to wait. You have to patiently wait for it to 2 to 4 minutes, then it is going to create this fully synchronized. And now you can see I'm not able to log in this firewall. If you go in the CLI as well and try to log in this firewall, see there is some kind of the messages has been exchanged. Earlier it was not there. But now you can see there was a messages has been exchanged. Secondary configuration is not in sync with the primary. So it's trying to sync the firewalls. So once it is going to be sync, everything is going to be good. And it is showing that, and now you can see configuration not sync with the secondary firewall, logout all user admin. Okay, so secondary start sync with the primary. So it's showing it is start syncing with the primary. So you're getting a log. So just wait. It is trying to sync. So let them sync. It is still rebooting. So probably it is going to be sync very soon. Once it is going to be sync, then they are going to be in HA cluster, and then we can test with the failover scenario.
Any time period, sir, like a specific time for the
It is
synchronization
going to
for?
be very quick, but we are in the like demo environment, so it is taking a little bit longer time. See, now it's done.
Yeah, now
So
synchronized,
now
yes.
it's done. So you can see. So now the synchronization has been done. It's take generally 4 to 5 minutes to do the synchronizations because the configuration is going to go. So now, so you can see both firewalls is synchronized. So we are good. So now you don't have to log into another firewall. The primary firewall always going to log in with this particular primary management interface, and both firewall is going to be look like in the same way, right? Even you go to dashboard, just go in a dashboard. You see here both mode HA active passive group name. This one is a primary, this is secondary, and this is all. So now if I want to go on the internet, okay. So how my internet traffic is going to be tested? So let me go and test the internet. So if I'm going to DMG. And let's take a try. First, let's ping the Google. So it is pinging, but let me trace from where it is going. So trace it google.com. So ideally this traffic must be go via this firewall, right? Clear? Because this is the primary. So let's wait for a while and we'll see that how the traffic is going. See, it is hitting the gateway. And meanwhile, let me start from there as well. So I'll just do the trace it google.com. So this is also going to send the traffic. So now you can see the traffic is going to the internet, but you are not able to see like firewall, like which firewall it is going. Simply it is landing the firewall, but it is going to there. But make sure your traffic is always going to primary firewall, because primary is going to cater the all session and the all traffic is going to be processed by the primary firewall only. You can see here also, because both firewall are in the cluster. So even you are trying to log in this management, this firewall with the management IP address, you are not able to do that. See, Right now, if I'm trying to log in, this is not working. And if I'm going the CLI again, FortiGate 2 firewall, let me try to do that. So system interface. You see, the firewall management IP also changed because the cluster. So both firewall resource has been logically going to be one firewall, and all traffic is going to be processed via this firewall only. That is a primary firewall. So now what is going to be happen if my firewall is going to be down? So let me see that what is going to be happen if my firewall is going to be down. So secondary, I'm unable to log in, but let's see what is going to be happen once my firewall is going down. Still, I have the internet access. Everything is working fine. So let me just do one thing. Let me do the ping. 600 ping is happening here also. And let me do the ping this also. Both are working. And let's try to the firewall level failover. What is happening? So I'll simply go here. And we have two way. I can just go and execute shut down the firewall. That is a one way I can do that. Another way I can just simply go and shut down the firewall. So if I want to do the CLI based shutdown, so you just go here and run the command execute shutdown. So you want to shut down? Yes. So see, this firewall has shut down. Now what is happening? You see, your still packet is processing, but who is processing your packet? I don't know. So this IP is not reachable, but if I just try to log into this again, see, I'm able to log in the same IP address, but where it is going on? Let me go and check the status. It's a secondary firewall. How can you check that? Just go here, HA, and see, this is secondary firewall because we don't have the primary firewall information here because it's not in the cluster right now because the firewall has been down. So my no traffic has been changed. My management IP address is the same. Nothing has been changed, but my everything is processing by the secondary firewall. You can see by default, the name is secondary. It's not a primary. So just go here and check the host name. That's why it's very important. Now the traffic is going by the secondary firewall, but I have not done any configuration. Even the policy is there, and even you just go in the network interface configuration, that is also available here. The same thing, whatever we have done the primary. So once I'll just make the firewall again up, right? Then my traffic is automatically going to fail over to the primary firewall, but it is not going to be happen because still there is no preemption available. So if there is no preemption, then my auto failover is not going to happen from the secondary to primary. So in the FortiGate firewall, there is no preemption option available. We just have to use that is known as the override. This is similar to the preemption. Okay. So we have to configure the override on the primary firewall, not a secondary. Means to firewall which you want to make the primary, on which you have to go and enable the override. Then only in case this firewall is going to up, then it is going to take a role. So just wait, let me show you. This firewall is going to up, but still my traffic will not going to fall to the primary. So let me go here and let me show the status. So this is in, let me go in the HA. See, it's still my synchronized, right? Everything has been synchronized, and this is this is the high priority, but this firewall is again secondary. It not has been changed to primary. Why? Because we not enable the preemption. So how it is going to be changed the role? So for that, what you have to do that you have to go in the primary, and there is no option to do preemption configuration in this particular HA configuration. There is no option. So always if you want to enable the preemption, that means you just have to go in the primary firewall CLI, just log in it via the CLI. And here you have to enable the override enable. So let me do that. So right now, still my traffic is processing via the primary firewall. You can see everything is going. If you just go here in the sessions also, this all is working. You can see this all are working. And if I go in the dashboard in FortiView session, so all traffic is going on. So let me enable the preemption. How preemption is going to be enabled? I'll go in the FortiGate 1. And this preemption cannot be enabled via the GUI. You have to enable the CLI only. So go in the config system HA. And here you have to write the set override enable and done. Once you've done this, you just go and see the firewall role has been changed now. automatic it's log out. You have to log in again. And after login, you just go there and you're going to see that something is going to be happen in the HA. And see, now again, this 150 priorities become the primary. Earlier it was not able to become, but now it's become. Even I'm going to again shut down. And if I'm going to again no shut this firewall, it will automatic going to take a role because I just enable the preemption. And that preemption is known as the override in case of the FortiGate firewall. So this is in case happening in the failover, auto failover scenario. Now I'm going to say if my link is going down, this firewall is going to up and link is going down, then again failover is going to happen. Because why? Because we also doing the link monitoring. So let me do that. So right now you can see this firewall is the primary, okay, 151. But if my link is going down, I want to make sure my traffic should be shifted to the secondary firewall. So let me go here on the port and I'll shut down this port. So I'll suspend this port. Done. And wait for a while. So see, this ping is still working without any interruptions. And let me refresh it. And see, now your secondary firewall become the primary because you done the link failover. You configure the link failover. That's why it's become the primary. And see, I'm able to see my lower priorities become the primary because this is not processing any traffic because link is down, suspended right now. And once I again make the resume this link and see no packet loss, I'm seeing everything is working smoothly fine. And see now I just no shut. So 150 will become the primary. Let me refresh it. And see now again 150 become the primary. So this is the seamless failover is happening. And in this seamless failover, you can see that how we can configure the preemptions that is known as the override. And we also know how we can do the HA settings. In HA, you should know what is my primary firewall host name, what is my secondary firewall host name, how this primary to secondary traffic is going to be processed. And also, most important, you should know what is the redundancy and what is the preemption and how they are going to work. And what is my heartbeat and hello packet links and why they are going to use. Any question, Mawakin and Noshad? Let me know in this.
No, no question. It's
No,
clear.
sir. Now everything is clear.
Everything clear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's clear.
And sir, one more thing, like any kind of need to device criteria while configuring HA.
Yes, so that's the very good answer. So while configuring the HA, you should have to be prerequisite as well. So if you are going to configure any, I just forgot to mention that. Thanks, Nasad, for reminding me. So there are some prerequisite in case of the follow on to FortiGate and checkpoint. The prerequisite is to set this HA. You make sure we have the pair of the firewall, right? Means two firewall is going to require not more than two firewall. The
Yes.
firewall should be the same model, right?
Okay.
Same kind of the OS, right? Same type of the license that should be required. And one more thing you have to make sure interface, whatever you are going to configure the HA interfaces, that should be not a triple PoE type of interface. That should be the normal interfaces that are going to be used. Set all interface, whatever we have, to manually make sure not going to use for the DSCP or triple PoE kind of the automatic IP assignment. Then it is
Means,
going to.
means that separately for HA use only for that interface.
Yes. Most important, you just have to make sure, just let me write it here. Your firewall model, right? Same model. This should be the prerequisite. First one. Second one, you should have the 40 OS version same. Okay. Third thing, you should have the licenses, whatever we have, right? Should be the same. Fourth thing, you always try to assign the IP as the manual IP address assignment, not DSCP or triple P over Ethernet. That is not going to work for you. So all 40 cluster have the same model, same firmware. Cluster member must have the same hardware configuration, right? Whatever they have, RAM, SSD, hard drive, whatever they have, means the same hardware, means exactly same everything is going to be required. and they have to be, must be, whatever the license, URL filtering, application filtering, database, that should be updated as well, both of the firewall, right? And same type of the interfaces you have to use, means also whatever the interfaces you use, that should be the same. It's not like one side you're using the Ethernet, another side you're using the fiber and like that, or mismatch of the interface. That's also most important. Same type interface, that also going to be required. Okay, all cluster is going to be member is going to be like the same kind of their group name, priority is going to be different, their password is going to be same, what I explained, right? So this is how it is going to be make the prerequisite. Good question, Nosad. Anything else?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so heartbeats packet, one more thing, heartbeat packet we keep discussing about. So you see heartbeat packets, right? So heartbeat packets are basically, they are the non-TCP based packet. They are completely going to travel over the Ethernet, like they have the different standard and values. So they are non-TCP packet. This is not TCP packet. One more thing, okay? Non-TCP, this just the Ethernet type packet are going to be exchanged, and they keep going to be, monitor that heartbeat rates, default one. I believe we are good, and that's also we'll try to understand the active by Monday. Okay, right?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so
Okay, sir.
active
Okay.
we'll understand Monday. It's a small one, very easy. I don't want to cover today, so we'll do the separate discussion on it. Okay, thank you guys. Bye bye. Take care.